Watch It Played. My name is Monique.
And I'm Paula.
And today, in collaboration with Warhammer, we are going to be entering our final battle plan scenario.
That's right, and if you haven't caught Battle Plan Tutorials 1 through 4, well, there are links in the description below so that you can check those out and get fully caught up before you dive into this one with us. Speaking of things we need to do before diving in, we've traveled here from the future with an important message for you. I hope you're all as excited as we are that we're finally playing our first big game of Age of Sigmar. We're going to take everything we've learned so far and try to properly implement it in our first game.
But because we're learning, we don't always get it 100% right. Yeah. So new players of any game can expect to make mistakes, and that's totally okay. We're just here to have fun with each other in this amazing hobby, but we do want you to know when we get things wrong so that we can all learn together.
During the video, we'll occasionally be popping in to let you know when we made mistakes and what we learned from them, which we really hope you'll find useful. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it will be us here in person, and sometimes just quick notes on screen. Time travel is expensive, after all.
That's true.
Yeah.
We also want to let you know a few adjustments we made to the scenario to help us in our first playthrough. And the first one has to do with allegiance abilities.
Yeah. So allegiance abilities are rules or special actions that you can use when the models in your army belong to the same faction. You can tell if they're part of the same faction based on the keywords on their war scrolls. For example, my army all has the keyword Cruel Boys on their war scrolls, which means they can use the Cruel Boys allegiance ability, Venom Encrusted Weapons.
Ooh.
That means any unmodified 6 that a Cruel Boys Orc model rolls for an attack is a mortal wound. They can't be saved against, and they automatically cause wounds equal to their damage characteristic.
Yikes.
Oh yeah.
And I've decided not to play with the Stormcast Eternals allegiance ability. It's my first miniatures game, and I want to keep it simple for myself while I get more comfortable with the style of game. But I don't mind that Paula is choosing to play with her ability.
Thank you, Monique. She's a good friend. The Stormcast Eternals allegiance ability is pretty cool, though, so it's going to be really fun to see how that works the next time we play together. Their ability is Blaze of Glory, which means when one of their models is slain, they explode.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so you pick one enemy unit within 1 inch of the slain Stormcast Eternal to target. You then roll dice equal to the wounds characteristic of the model, and each 6 roll deals 1 mortal wound to the target unit.
Those mortal wounds. You should also know that we handled our objectives a little differently in this game than you would in most games of Age of Sigmar. So normally you check which army controls each objective at the end of each player's turn to see if they score any points.
Yeah, so we decided to not check control of the objectives until the end of the 3rd round, which keeps things a little more tense and exciting until closer to the end of the game. We also use our own objective markers and command tokens for this game, but everything else you're going to see comes in the Extremist starter set box.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's all we need to say for now.
I think so.
Let's send you back to the past. Or is it the present? I mean, you're watching right now in this moment, so, I guess it depends on if you believe time is linear or if it's like a step.
Let's watch the video. We'll see you again the next time we need to add a little explanation or correction. But for now, we'll send you back to past Paula, who's just about to set the scene for our Battle Plan 5 scenario.
This one is called Hallowed Ground. 2 armies clash across an ancient battlefield. Between them lie 3 tombs, within which are housed powerful relics once borne by heroes of a long-lost civilization. Both sides seek to drive their foes from the battlefield and lay claim to the treasures buried there.
And so in this scenario, we're going to be playing with 3 objectives on the battlefield. And so at the end of the 3rd battle round, we're going to be rolling a die. And on a roll of 3 or more, then the battle will end. And whoever has control over these objectives will be the winner.
That's right. And to have control, you need to be within 6 inches of the objective. Mm-hmm. So the player with the most models within that 6-inch range is said to have control.
Alternatively, if you're able to completely eliminate your opponent, then you will also win.
Yep.
So it's going to be one or the other. Should be interesting because we don't know when the battle is going to end.
We don't. So there's a bit of a ticking clock on this one.
Element of surprise.
Yeah. There are some new things that we are adding to this tutorial that we haven't done yet. That is command points, heroic actions,
as well as some new figures who we haven't seen yet.
That's right, because we're playing with all of our units, and some of these units haven't been used in any of the previous tutorials.
My hero, which you shall soon see.
My hobgrots, who are not heroes, but They're pretty good.
Shall we introduce them?
Yeah, let's do it.
Starting with the Stormcast Eternals. First, we have our 5 Vindictors. Each Vindictor is equipped with a melee weapon, which is a Storm Spear, with 1 champion model as well as a standard bearer. Ooh. Next, we have the 3 Praetors, who are equipped with a melee weapon called the Soul Guard's Halberd.
That sounds scary.
One of which is also a champion, the Praetor Prime.
Ooh.
And finally, introducing the hero, the Lord Imperatant, with their trusty companion, the Griphound.
Yes, he's so cute.
So cute.
I mean, vicious, super vicious.
So vicious that this Griphound is equipped with their vicious beak and claws. Mm-hmm. And of course, the Lord Imperatant himself is equipped with 2 weapons, a missile weapon, which is the Stormcaller Baton, as well as a melee weapon, the Blessed Warhammer.
Cool, so let's now introduce the Cruel Boys. Starting with, you've met them, you've loved them, the Gut Rippers. We have 10 Gut Rippers, equipped of course with their wicked stickers. 1 is a champion, and they also have some scare tactics, which means I might be able to weaken the attack rolls of the Stormcast Eternals.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Next up, the Hobgrot Slitters. They've got missile weapons, which are sulfuric scrap grenades, which they can lob at enemy units. Blech. Sulfur
Stinky.
grenades, gross. Yeah. They also have a champion, a standard bearer, which is going to let me reroll battle shock tests for that unit, and also a musician. If you have a noisemaker in your unit, you can run and still shoot later in the turn.
Wow.
Which is pretty good. We've got some bonuses to some attacks for them because they stab them good, which we can talk about when it happens. They fight melee with their slitted knives. And last but not least, our hero, the Swampcalla Shaman, who you met in Battle Plan 4, and his trusty companion, the Potgrot. The Swampcalla Shaman has their melee weapon of their Bogbark staff, and the Potgrot has their backup stabba. And of course, our Shaman can cast spells during the spell casting phase, which is the hero phase.
Now that we've met our armies, let's take a look at the battlefield. Now we have a few pieces of new terrain here.
Yeah.
And we have full reign of this entire battlefield, as well as these 3 objective markers.
Yeah, these are our tombs that we want control of so we can raid them for their treasures.
And so first, we need to make a roll to see who gets to go first.
That's right. We have to set up our units on the board, and whoever rolls higher right now will get to start with their units first.
Do you want to go first? That's the question.
Yeah, I don't know, because you might want to go second so you can see where the other player is setting up their unit, but the player who sets their unit up first kind of controls a little bit the makeup because you have to set up your units with 12 inches away from all enemy units.
That's
so
true.
You can kind of force the other player into certain areas of the board with that. So I don't know. Either way could be good.
Sounds like it's better to go first.
Okay.
Let's see.
We'll find out.
Let's see who it's going to be. All right, a 4.
Okay.
That's kind of like in the middle.
Ooh,
well,
but
it's
it's
me.
higher than a 3. So Monique, you get to set up a unit first.
Okay.
And your territory is on this half of the board. Mm-hmm. And the Cruel Boys will set up on this half of the board.
Perfect. And I'm going to be setting up my models in 3 different units, all according to type. Okay, I'm going to start with my Vindictors, since they are the most numerous. I have 5 of them in this unit. Yeah. And I'm remembering that they need to stay coherent. Mm-hmm. So it is still, it's only 5 models, which means they only need to be within 1 inch of one other model. So maybe something like this?
Yeah. And already within 6 inches of an objective. So I'm going to have to get you to move from that somehow, maybe.
That was the plan.
Kind of want to put my hero out first, my Swampcalla Shaman and my Potgrot. Put them somewhere. Mm-hmm. Maybe I put them, I want to kind of protect them a little bit. I'm going to set them up just on the other side.
Oh, in hiding.
Just with maybe a little bit of cover. So maybe they can cast some spells, some protective spells on my own units, but stay a little bit protected in the beginning from your units. I think like that is what I want. Okay.
Behind the wall.
Behind the wall.
Hiding behind the wall. All
Taking
right.
a little cover.
So back to me. I have 2 more units here. Ooh, do I want to save my hero for last? My hero is the only one who has a missile weapon. So kind of want to see where Paula's going to put
That's
her.
right. Honestly, I'll tell
chunks.
you. That's exactly what I was thinking about my Hopgrots.
Oh.
You have missile weapons where it's like, maybe if I save them for last, I'll know the best way to position them so they can get some different missile attacks off. So that's exactly the strategy I was thinking as well.
And she has last. Okay, so we were wrong. It was better to go second.
well, we'll see.
Let's put out these praetors. And I'm going to put my praetors right here, hiding behind this piece of terrain, which looks like a statue of sorts.
It's a pretty cool.
Yeah. Standing
statue.
nice and tall.
Okay, so now I think I'm going to do my gut rippas. And again, they need to be 12 inches from both these units.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm thinking right there, but near that objective, just like you did, baby.
Tricky.
So here's my champion.
Nice.
Okay, and I have 10 models in this unit, which means to be coherent, I have to be within 1 inch of 2 figures.
Yeah. Yeah.
That, and then here and here.
Nice.
Just 2 rows of 5 ought to do it, I think. I know that they might all die, but I'll say they do look a bit intimidating.
Well, they have numbers, so
They do have numbers.
that at least you have that on your side. And of course, my final unit is my hero, my Lord Imperatant, with my companion, the Griphound. So we're just going to go right here. Kind of like in between. I'm not very creative with when I'm setting these up. I'm realizing that it's all kind of in a straight line.
In a straight line.
But you know what? We're going to switch places just so I have a little bit more. I'm eyeing that whole unit over there. So I can do some missile attacks.
Yeah.
That's that.
Okay.
I'm fully set up.
Well, then I will do my last unit, my Hobgrots, who do have some missile attacks. And I want to put them right in here so they can shoot into there is what I'm thinking. So let's just make sure I'm going to be 12 inches away.
Oh gosh, I am so exposed. Mistakes were made, looks like.
Well, we'll see. And again, I have 10 figures in this unit, so we're going to see what we can do to make this so that they're all coherent. I also have a standard bearer. And I have a champion. And I have that noise maker.
Wow. I feel like they're all noise makers.
Well, yes, they all definitely growl. Actually, I'm going to shift those all back just a smidge to put that one right in there. And I think that will keep me 12 inches away from you. And we should probably also at this point talk about how, of course, Warhammer and Age of Sigmar is a hobby where you can collect, build, paint, and play. Or you can do just a portion of that. And here we're doing a little bit of all of it. We've built them. Monique has her models just built.
Yep, these are just built out of the box and ready to go.
Yeah, we're playing with them.
Nothing else added to them.
Yeah, and I've got most of my figures built and primed because I'm going to paint them at some point. And then I have, of course, my Swamp Color Shaman, which I have already painted. So the first thing we need to do before we see who has priority in the first battle round is pick generals for our army. So we each get one. It can be any figure in the army, though often it might be your hero or another strong figure that you have.
Okay.
So do you have thoughts on who your general is going to be, Monique?
You know, I have 2 champion units already, and they're going to play their own separate role in this battle. So maybe I'm going to assign my standard bearer. Because I have felt so attached to the standard bearer throughout this whole battle plan series. I'm going to make them my general.
I like that because they make your unit braver. And I like the idea that a general, a leader, is like inspiring everyone in their unit with bravery. Now let's see, I choose a general as well. And I kind of think, you know what? I'm going to go with my noisemaker.
I was just looking at that one.
Right? Because I like the idea that the noisemaker is like maybe he's calling out commands through his horn there.
Makes sense.
You know, so my noisemaker is going to be my general. So then I guess now we roll to see who has priority in the first battle round.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's see.
Well, I'm just going to roll here on the board. And let's see. Oh, no.
So I have to beat a 6 in order to be able to go first. So that's good because you probably want, well, you get to choose.
Oh, I get to choose if I want to go first.
You get to choose who goes first. So 6, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And I got a 4.
Okay, so I get to choose who goes first. Now, the difference is whoever goes first is going to have one less command point
To start the game with. That's true.
Yes. I'm going to go first.
Okay.
Let's just see how it goes.
Yeah.
This might be a bad idea, but we're going to do it.
All right. So you get 1 command point to start the game with, and I will get 2.
And we're keeping track of command points using these tokens right here.
Yeah.
So I get 1. Paula gets 2.
Thank
There you go.
All right.
So now we're ready to begin.
Yeah.
So the hero phase is first, and there's something a little bit new in this scenario. We have hero abilities.
Yeah, and we each get to take a heroic action during each hero phase, and not just on the hero phase for our turn.
And there are 4 different heroic actions as a part of the game. There's heroic leadership, heroic willpower, their finest hour, and heroic recovery.
Yeah, and we'll go over the details for each of those actions when we choose to use them in the game. And also, y'all, the game comes with this handy reference sheet, player aid, that we will be using throughout the game. It's going to talk about all of our actions, our spells, our command abilities, the phases, all real handy dandy right here.
And now that it's the start of my hero phase, as long as your general is on the board, you get a command point.
That's right.
Yes.
And now I'm a little worried about the weakness of my particular general, but whatever. It's fine. I get 1 point for now.
There you go. So now I have 2 to Paula's 3.
That's right.
And this is during anyone's hero phase.
Yeah.
So you want to
not
protect
just
those
your own.
generals.
That's right. Okay, so what heroic action
Well,
will your hero take, Monique?
since I started with 1 less command point, I think I'm going to do the heroic leadership
Okay.
action. And so this allows me to pick one of my friendly heroes, which I only have one. It's going to be my Lord Imperaton over here. I'm going to roll a die. And if I roll a 4 or higher, then I get to receive 1 command point that has to be spent during this turn.
Yep.
So I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, use that one.
I need to roll 4 or higher. That's kind of hard, but let's see. Let's see.
Ooh, you did it. So
I got a 4.
you get a temporary command point. This
Which-
won't roll over to the next turn, but you can use it this turn.
I got to use it now, yeah. So that is my hero phase.
Well, I get to take a heroic action as well during your hero
that's
phase.
right.
And I am going to do the same thing. Heroic leadership. I'm greedy. I want more command points. And
no.
I get one.
And I thought I had the edge.
Oh, hoo, hoo.
So, but you have to spend that
This turn.
this turn
By this hero. And my hero is my Swamp Collar Shaman.
all the way over there.
So now that we've earned all these command points, before we move on to the movement phase, the command points can be spent to do command actions in each phase. Each phase has different commands that can be activated during the phase, and we'll talk about those as we issue those commands. Now, the figures in your army that can issue commands are heroes, generals, and champions. Now, champions have to issue a command to their own unit. Heroes can issue a command to themselves or any unit within 12 inches of them. Generals can issue commands to units within 18 inches.
Real far.
Yeah, but you can only issue 1 command to a unit one time within that phase. It'll make sense as we play it.
One time in that phase. Got it. Okay, so then I go into my movement phase. I'm just going to do a standard move, just the 5 inches. I don't want to go that far. I don't want to step into Cruel Boy's territory too much. So let's see how far 5 inches really is. Now, one of my units is already real close to one of the 3 objectives on the board. And like we were mentioning in the beginning of the game, this is one of the winning conditions.
Yep.
At the end of the game, we're going to count how many of our units are within 6 inches of these objectives, and whoever has more, essentially, is the winner.
Major victory.
It's a major victory. So I may not want to move this unit. In fact, I'm not going to. Now, I think I'm only going to move this unit because my hero has a missile weapon that can go up to 18 inches. So I really don't need to
Got a lot of
move
range with that, yeah.
them right now. So I'm going to go ahead and move this unit behind this piece of terrain so that it can hide from Paula's missile unit.
And be within 6 inches of this objective marker.
Yes, I need to remember these objective markers are there. Okay, so 5 inches. I'm going to move this this model right here.
Okay.
So 5 inches is like right, I want to make space for the rest of my models. So I'm going to go ahead and move this one right over here.
Okay.
I really don't want to be in the line of sight of that unit.
You're trying to
over
keep me
there.
from being able to shoot you with my hobgrots.
Exactly. So I'm just going to go right behind
Okay.
that model. I'm going to go ahead and move right there. And I believe this, with this configuration, they are staying coherent because they're still within 1 inch of one other model. And you know what? I just realized I am now not in a good spot with my hero here, so I'm going to move them as well. And since they count technically as like it's the same model, I'm just going to move them together.
Yeah.
We're going to end up right there. Hello. Hello,
Oh,
Hubgrats.
I see what's going on here.
I see you. And that's it. They're technically within 6 inches probably of both.
I think they are,
objectives.
yeah.
That is a
I think they are.
sweet spot to be in. So now I'm going to move on to my shooting phase. And so my hero, the Lord Imperator, has a Stormcaller Baton. So with my Stormcaller Baton, I get to roll a d6, and that's going to determine how much attack I have.
Yeah. Oh, so you could have up to 6 attacks
Yeah,
right now.
that would not be bad. I'm also debating using my my command point during this phase. And so I think I'm going to do it. So this command is called the All-Out Attack. I get to add 1 to the hit rolls made by that unit until the end of this phase, which is just the shooting phase. So I'm going to go ahead and spend this command point to do it.
So I think this champion right there is going to spend a command point to have all-out defense, which
What?
I can do in any combat or shooting phase. When a friendly unit is picked as the target of an attack in a shooting or combat phase, they receive that command, and I will add 1 to my save rolls
No, that's
for attacks
not
that target that
good.
unit until the end of this phase.
So just for the shooting phase.
Just for the shooting phase.
That wasn't cool,
Ah.
but I guess it's fair. So I'm going to roll a d6 first. This is going to determine how many attacks I even get to do.
Okay.
So let's see. 4.
4 attacks.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and roll 4 dice. Now, in order to hit, I have to roll a 3 or higher. But since I'm activating that command ability, it's kind of like a 2.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see if I hit. There's 4. Okay.
Now, I will say, now all of these rolled out of the dice tray.
Nice try, Paula. No dice tray today. This is all-out warfare.
All
There's
out.
There are no dice trays on the
There's no
battlefield.
dice trays in war.
So that is 3. That's 3 hits.
Oh, boy.
Right?
Yep.
So let's see.
Yeah, because you add 1 to everything, so you've got a 3,
So it's
a
essentially-
5, and a 6.
Let's see. So now I have to roll a 3 or above to wound. Here we go. So these good rolls. Okay. So that's 2. 2
Okay.
wounds, Paula.
So I will roll saves. I will get to add 1 to what I roll. Now, what rend? Do you have any rend?
I do. I have a -1. It's my
So I
my
need
red
to roll-
characteristic. What?
The Hobgrot Slittas have a save of 6,
Oh.
which means they need to roll 7s. Well, I get to add 1.
Okay, so you still have to roll a perfect 6.
We doing that math right? I think so.
I think so. Good luck. Oh,
We re-roll that.
Yeah, we re-roll
that's
that.
cocked.
Yeah, we roll that.
That's cocked again, but it is a 6.
Paula, try to re-roll.
I need to be better
over
at dice
here.
rolling.
Maybe we bring back the dice tray. Okay.
No, okay. Oh boy.
Looks like 2 wounds.
The Hobgrots only need 1 to die.
Oh yes.
So you've killed 2 of them immediately.
That's perfect.
That's not so perfect.
sounds like some good stuff for the battle shock phase as well.
Oh boy.
Which 2, Paula? Which 2?
So we're just gonna leave these off to the side so we can keep track of what gets lost before battle shock phase.
So we've eliminated 2
Awesome
figures.
for you.
Right off the bat. That's not bad.
What a shoot phase.
Well, after shooting is I can technically charge and then go into combat and all that. But I'm just gonna skip the rest of the phase.
Hanging back a little bit, wanting to make me come to you.
You know, I'm in a good position right now, and if I were to go forward, then Paula's gonna have a whole turn to do whatever she wants. But we still do a battle shock phase.
That's right. And you know what I'm going to do in my battle shock phase? I'm going to spend a command point.
Oh.
My champion can spend it again because they can issue a new command to this unit because it's a new phase.
Okay.
So in the battle shock phase, you can spend a command point, Inspiring Presence, which means I don't have to make the battle shock test. Worth it.
Oh no, that's gonna happen a lot.
As much as I can with my command points I have available to me, yes.
Oh, that.
So I skip that. I don't have to do it, so none of us run away.
I didn't foresee that.
Ha ha ha. So
So-
now I guess it's my turn.
Yes. Well, both of our generals are still on the board. So now that it's your hero phase, We get a command.
Each get a command point back.
get a command
That's
point back.
right.
And,
Ooh, my hero technically didn't spend theirs. That had to happen that turn. That extra.
Sacrifice.
So I'm gonna set that aside because my hero could have issued. It doesn't matter. I didn't do it. Look, my hero could have issued this command to skip for Inspiring Presence because they're within range of that, 12 inches. But I didn't. I didn't say that. And we're not going to retcon it now because this is a learning process.
It's a learning game.
It's a tutorial.
Yeah.
And the only way you learn is to suffer consequences. So we're back from the future. There's also the present.
So there are actually more consequences to be suffered.
Yeah, so it's not just my unused command point from my heroic leadership action that goes away at the end of the turn.
All unused command points are supposed to go away. This way, you're encouraged to spend them each round.
Oops.
This is how we learn, Paula.
This is how we learn, Monique. Okay, you ready for my hero phase, Monique?
I think so. I'm
Now,
kind of worried.
course, we all get to take heroic actions in the hero phase, even if it's not your turn. So I'll go first, and I'm going to do heroic leadership again. I want to try and get more command points because I want to be able to maybe buff attacks or skip the battle shock phase. So I'm going to roll the die again, see if I get a 4 or better, and see if I get a command point to spend this turn by my hero. Don't forget about it.
Oh.
Well, that's horrible. I rolled dice that bounced off of figures, and I rolled a 2, so I don't get that. You don't use it, you lose it.
I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to roll and see. We're going to try to rack up some command points.
Ooh, you get one.
I get
Used
one.
by your hero this turn. All right. So then, because it's the hero phase, I can cast a spell with my Swamp Kala Shaman. Now, we have to see where I'm at. I might not be very well positioned for spell casting. I don't know if anyone is in any of you or in my line of sight, but you know what I can do? What I can do is cast a Mystic Shield on the Hobgrots because they are within 12 inches, which will give me a buff to my saves.
Okay.
So I need to roll 2 dice, and then the casting value of the spell is 5. So I just need to roll 5 or more.
Wow.
And I certainly do. So I cast a shield onto my Hobgrot Slittas.
Like a dome.
So that will add 1 to the save rolls that they make.
For this turn.
For this turn,
Okay.
yes. Well, until my next hero phase. So my turn and your turn.
So my turn too. That's not good.
Yeah.
Unless you go back to back.
Unless I go back to back. True. Okay.
We'll see.
So that's my spell.
Okay.
So now movement phase. Let's bring the Gut Rippas. I want them, I'm going to move them just 4. And then there, and then is this one technically within, I believe it just is incoherent. So we're kind of surrounding this objective mark. I think I could probably stand on top of it. I don't think that's like, don't stand on top of it. But so we're surrounding that.
I mean, it's supposed to be like a tomb, right?
It is a tomb.
So they're like
you could
really,
like climb over it,
Yeah.
I suppose.
They're
but,
into it.
So we've moved forward 4 inches with the Gut Rippas. Now I want to get my Hobgrots within 8 inches.
Stay away.
No, because their range on their shoot phase is 8 inches. They have a move of 5 inches. I'm pretty sure they're going to be able to do that. So let's move them
Yeah, they're about.
just a little ways up. Let's move them 3 inches. Oh yeah, I'd lost some units. So let me make sure I'm still in coherence here. I believe that I am. So they're just going to move right on up to there. And then the Swamp Kala Shaman, I want him to have some line of sight to be able to cast attack spells later. So
Yeah, they're hiding
he's got
right
a
now.
5-inch move as well. So I'm just gonna shift on over. There's the little pot grot. Yeah. That's gonna
Okay.
get them in a little better range of them if I want to give them a poison
Now we
later,
see that
perhaps.
swamp Kala.
Yeah. Okay, so now it is the shoot phase. And so my Hobgrot Slittas are gonna throw some sulfuric scrap grenades.
Ugh, stinky.
Yeah, they're a range of 8 inches, and they are going to shoot at the your hero here.
Are you
your
declaring-
Lord Heritant.
You're declaring my hero as your target?
Yes.
Well,
Yes, I am.
I'm going to use my temporary command point for all-out defense. And so this is going to allow me to add 1 to my save roll. Just a little bit more.
All right. So, well, great. Good. So, each one of these hobgrots will do 1 attack with their grenades, and they need to roll a 4 or better to hit. So, I will roll 8 dice. Well, let me make sure everyone is, in fact, I believe everyone, yes, is 8 inches away. So,
we need a controlled roll. Wow. Hold on. What did you need to hit here?
4s.
So
I hit with everything but 1.
So 7. Okay, let me take that.
Oh, it's too bad this isn't my knives on my melee. Do extra hits if you roll 6s. Yay. Okay, so that's that. I need to roll a 3 or better to wound.
Okay.
Come on. Oh my gosh, come on.
No. A 3 or better? Oh wow, that's a lot. Is this gonna be the end of my hero?
Okay.
So soon?
Now, I rolled 5 wounds, and these grenades have a rend of -1.
So my save characteristic is 3.
So -1 makes it a 4.
Makes it a 4.
But you're gonna add 1 to the
Yes.
dice you roll because of your out defense.
This is not good.
So
And even
you
though
you basically need 3 still.
I do. And even though there are 2 figures, they pretty much act as one model. They share the same amount of life here. And so I can only take 7 wounds. Fortunately, there's only 5 dice. Hoping at least some saves. Let's see.
No saves.
Okay.
Oh, you save on everything but 1.
But 1. All right.
All right, so 1 wound.
1 wound.
Okay, you know what?
1
I'm happy to have done 1. 5 wounds and 1 gets through. That's some pretty good armor. Okay, so that's my shoot phase.
Okay.
Now we move on to the charge phase.
Are you going to charge?
You know what? I say go big or go home.
Yeah.
So to charge, I need to be within 12 inches but farther away than 3, right? Okay, so my gut rippas will charge.
Okay.
They are more than 3 inches away from all enemy units, so they're going to do scare tactics. You can pick 1 enemy unit within 12 inches of this unit that is not a hero or a monster. This unit.
Okay. Ooh, my Vindictors.
And I'm going to roll 2d6. I'm going to add 1 to the roll for every 5 models in this unit. So
Oh,
I
they're my
have,
cheaters.
so I'm gonna add 2 to it. If the roll is equal to or greater than your bravery characteristic, I will subtract 1 from all hit rolls for attacks made by that enemy unit that target this unit until the end of the turn. So basically, this will allow me to charge in, scare you, and make your attacks back against me weaker if I can roll scarier than your bravery.
Which is an 8, because these are my
pretty
predators.
high.
Yeah.
So let's just see.
Let's see.
So I roll 6 and I add 2 to it so 1 for every 5 units, 5 models in my unit. So that is 8.
Yeah.
So if the roll's equal to or greater than.
Yes.
So all hit rolls you roll with this unit against this unit will have -1.
If I fight back.
If you fight back,
Okay.
yes. And now they're going to charge in. So I am, I believe, about 6 inches away. So I need to roll 6 or better to be able to make this charge. And I roll just a 6.
Wow.
So I can move 6 inches. So let's just.
Oh, wow. They're coming in real close.
Oh, yeah.
I sense some combat. They have to be within 2. I don't see one.
But a
that
lot
is
of them, not all of them can attack because some of them are farther away. So I could do some piling in, but it's only going to get me so far here. So that's their charge phase.
Okay.
So let's move from our charge phase to our combat phase.
Okay.
Okay, so now it's combat phase. The only unit that I have that can do combat is my gut rippas.
Okay.
And they are going to, let me
you
just
go.
see if it would help me at all to pile in, because I have some units or some figures in this unit that are not in range. They need to be within 2 inches to attack. So I'm wondering if I can pile in. I believe, okay, so I think I've gotten them all, and check my work here. I'm within 1 inch of 2 others. Okay.
Yes.
I've piled in, and now I do some melee attacking.
Some combat.
Oh boy, so the gut rippas will use their wicked sticka.
Okay.
The boss, who is my champion, who is right there,
Hello.
will roll an extra attack.
Oh.
So we are doing 21. 21 attacks. They need to be 4 or better to hit.
Before you attack, I think I'm going to spend a command point. Actually, The neat thing about my hero, the Lord Imperator, is they are a distinguished leader. So once per turn, they can issue a command without spending a command point. This is a nice time to do it. To do the command ability, which is all-out defense. I can add 1 to my save rolls for this unit.
It would add 1 to your save, which nullifies basically the -1 that I have inflicted on you with my scare tactics. So we're just going to be all normal.
Well, here are 18 dice.
19, 20, so I'll re-roll 1.
Yeah.
I should say that my gut rippas have venom-encrusted weapons.
Ooh, nasty.
So any 6s they roll are mortal wounds.
Oh, the mortal wounds.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. I am seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Did I just kill your whole unit,
You
Monique?
wiped. No. My Praetors have 3. They can take 3 wounds.
Good.
3 wounds. So you knocked out 2 of them.
I mean, obviously, I want you to die, but okay.
Wow.
But this hits on 4s or better, so I'm going to take all the ones that are lower than a 4 out.
Oh yeah, she still gets to
I
roll for wounds.
4s and 6s, basically. So you will be taking. Thank you, 6s. 6 wounds, and then let's see what happens with these 4s.
Oh.
And these need to be 4s or better to wound. So 3
of them.
additional possibly, but you get the chance to save.
Okay.
And I don't have a rend on this. So
then I save on 3 or higher. 3 or greater. Come
Missed
on.
them all. Oh, you made them all. So
1 Praetor survived.
you take 6 wounds.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So it's going to be 2 of my Praetors.
Was pretty good, I'm not going to lie.
We're going to say goodbye to these 2. Oh no, that means I'm going to have a battle shock. A battle shock roll. Ah, that was unfortunate.
Well, you get to answer back.
Oh, good. My champion model will make us proud.
It doesn't matter. You definitely made those saves, but I realize that my scare tactics subtract 1 from your hit rolls against me, not from your defense saves.
Oh my gosh.
So, but it's okay because you still made your saves.
Because
your saves were all higher than
a 3. Okay.
Yeah, and or higher than 4. You added a buff, so they were all higher than. You just need to roll 2s or better, and you rolled them all properly.
They were all saved.
So now the attack, if you attack back with this, that will be all your attack to hit rolls will be -1.
Oh no, that is
Figured it out before it was an issue.
I have to respond back. I can't. We can't go down without a fight.
No, you can't.
So-
that wouldn't be a Stormcast Eternal way.
No, my attack characteristics are 3.
That's awesome.
And because it's a champion model, I'm going to add 1 more to that.
Ooh, so you roll 4.
So I roll 4. That's not bad.
No.
That is not bad. Let's use the dice tray again.
And what do you need to roll to hit?
I need to roll a 3.
Okay, but we'll
So-
-1 from all these. So really, it's a 4 in this scenario because of my scare tactics.
Yeah, I don't like that. It makes sense.
And that was scary, wasn't it?
Here we go.
So
2.
2 hits.
All right, we have 2 hits. Let's see if we wound. And now there are no modifiers to this. It's just going to be just what it is, which is 3 or higher.
Okay.
So let's go. Oh, snake eye! The first snake eyes of the battle.
Yes.
Had to be my
Yes.
my champion.
All right, the gut rippers
Still
keep
proud
on
of you,
fighting.
no matter what.
And that ends the combat phase.
Which means we're going into battle shock.
I lost no one. Amazingly enough, I lost no one that round.
I lost two models here, but I can spend a command point. Now that we are in a new phase, my hero can spend this command point to do the Inspiring Presence command, which is what Paula used in the previous turn. So we're going to skip this battle phase because I really do not want to lose that last model, even though they're really outnumbered.
Well, that's the end of our first battle round. So now we need to roll priority again to see who chooses who goes first now.
That's right. Would you like to roll first?
Oh, sure.
There you go. Just 1 die, so.
A 5.
It's going to be Paula. Oh, no. Here we go.
Ooh,
oh,
a 6! So do you want to go first or second?
I'm going to go first.
All right.
Because I have a feeling my champion model is going to go away. So we might as well try to hit hit hard.
Yeah.
Right?
Now you get a command point now, and I get 2.
Yes, that's right. At the start of this new turn, because I'm going first. And then now we're going to start the hero phase, which is going to give us each another one, as long as your general is still on the board, which mine is.
Mine is as well.
So then you get another. You know, I have so many command points. I'm just going to do a heroic recovery.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to pick this hero. It's my only one. And I can make a recovery roll by rolling 2d6s. If that roll is less than their bravery characteristic, which is a 9, then I can heal up to a D3. So let's just do the roll, and then we'll see what happens.
Okay.
So 2d6s. Here we go. Let's see. Oh no! It's over. It's bad.
I forgot for a second. I saw high numbers and saw okay, but you can still heal 1, right?
Anything above the bravery characteristic is just nothing.
You're right, because it needs to be equal to heal 1.
If the roll is equal to the bravery characteristic, you can heal 1. Everything else is nothing. So that's
one time a 6 and a 5 isn't what you want.
I know. Gosh, I want to do that again later. Okay, remind me.
Well, I'm going to do heroic leadership again. So I am gonna see if I can roll a 4 better and get another command point. Yes, and I do. And this one can be used by my hero this turn. So I get one more.
That's a temporary. So remember that.
So I will put it on my
exists.
Swamp Call Shaman.
And you know what? This might sound not the greatest plan, but I'm not going to move. I'm going to skip my movement phase. I feel like my hero is at a pretty good place, and I think I've decided to sacrifice this model.
Oh, you've given up on it.
I've given up on that model.
Well, who knows? They could I could roll real bad from now on, and they could take a lot of gut rippers down.
They're not going to go down without a fight.
They sure are.
I know that's definitely happening. So we're going to go ahead and go straight into the shooting phase, and I'm debating, should I shoot them?
Well, they still have their Mystic Shield, remember, because my hero phase hasn't happened again yet.
That's right.
So that's one thing to think about.
Well, I can shoot this unit over here, and that'll help my champion.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea. It has a range of 18 inches. We're definitely in view there, right? This figure. Yeah. Okay. You've convinced me, Paula. So I'm gonna roll.
Good. I mean, don't. Please stop. No.
I'm gonna roll a d6. Let's do it into the tray.
All right.
To see how many.
Yeah, that was a good spot for it.
Yeah. To see how many attacks. Oh no, I'm gonna roll a d6.
Oh yeah.
I both rolled 6 dice.
That's a lot of attacks.
Let's see how many. 1. Well.
Can I just say for everyone watching that I love. Look, I'm going to jinx myself by saying this, but in the first 3 battle plans, the dice definitely were on Monique's side and not mine. But I feel like in the last 2, the luck has changed a little. 1 attack, though. You can do some damage.
I have to roll a 3. Let's try. Let's go. No. I deserve this. You know, we were kind of proud the first 3 battle plans, so we really deserve this.
We really want to raid these tombs, so we're being extra fierce.
Yeah. That's my shooting phase. Oh,
Right.
I should have done a command right then. Oh no, there's no command.
Well, you could at any shooting.
Oh,
you could have done an all-out attack, but
we made our decisions in life.
That's how we have to learn. So. That's how we learn.
Well, I can make I can go into my charge phase, but if I didn't move, why am I going to charge? Well, you know,
They could charge in and try and take out.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to charge with this unit, and I'm going to try to roll in this way. So I'm going to go ahead and roll my 2 dice, and I'm just going to leave this here, since none of the action is going to be taking place over there anyway.
Not for the moment, at least.
Not for the moment. Let's see how far I can move.
Oh, it hurts.
I just want to see how far that is. Yeah, nope.
I don't think you can make the charge.
Nope, I am 7. Okay, for future knowledge, I'm 7 inches away. This is going to be a very painful turn for us. Stormcast Eternals. Then we're going to go into combat, I guess. And really, the only unit that I can go into combat with is this one.
Is your
my proud champion.
So proud. Okay, so attacks. Now you can give yourself an all-out attack here, right? Because they're champions, so they can use a command point if you want.
I am going to spend a command point, and actually, I have to spend this one. It's a temporary one. I'm going to use it or lose it, so I might as well. I'm going to do an all-out attack. So I'm going to give a command to that unit, and it's going to give me 1 to my hit rolls which is nice because since it's my champion, again, I get to use 4. To hit, it's a 3 or above. So +1 to these rolls. Okay.
Ooh.
That's 4.
Yeah.
That's 4 attacks. Let's see if we wound. So 3 or above as well. 2 wounds. Hey, I'll take it.
Okay.
I will take it.
So now, do they have a rend?
They do have a -1 rend character.
So I need to roll a 6.
Please don't.
Sure didn't.
I really wanted to will that into existence this time.
So that will kill 1 Gut Ripper.
Who's it gonna be?
I think it's gonna be probably this one in the back here.
Oh,
So
okay.
your sword somehow reaches very far across. Well, the sharp tip on
My
the end of your axe.
Soul
your
Guard's
axe.
halberd.
Yeah, it reaches and it goes, and they go. Okay. So I can't use my hero to issue this extra command point because I'm too far away. I've got to move them closer at some point. So we're just gonna do a normal thing, and we're gonna
19
roll.
dice.
I think.
That
Okay.
is not a good number.
So I roll hit on a 4 or better, and 6s just wound.
1s. Wow. Ooh. Oh no.
There are some 1s in here. Does that make you feel better?
Well.
It sounds like no. It sounds like the answer is no. So I do 3 mortal wounds because of my poison encrusted,
Oh, I forgot about the
venom
mortal
encrusted
wounds.
weapons.
That's it.
So I think that'll do 3. I don't think we need to roll the other ones that hit.
No. That's it. My preachers are no more. Gone. Well, the good news is I don't have to roll. We
You
can
don't have to
skip
do the battle shock phase because they all just
No unit.
die. So we're back in the hero phase. I didn't use.
spend
I
that.
can't. I am the worst. So that goes away. But we each get a command point because it's back at the start of the hero phase.
Nice.
And now at the start of the hero phase, I'm going to spend a command point to try and resurrect some Hobgrots.
Oh, wow.
I'm
really?
going to do rally. At a shouted command, injured warriors stagger back to their feet and prepare to fight once more. So the way this is going to work, I will spend a command point. I have to be more than 3 inches from all enemy units. They are. We are going to roll 1 dice for each slain model. For each 6, I can return 1 slain model
Oh, wow.
to the unit. So I will roll 2, and if I roll 6s, they'll come back.
Seeing the way that you've been rolling. Oh, you rolled a 6
got 1.
though. That's really good.
This is the best dice luck I've ever had in my life, I think.
Wow.
So one of these units is going to come right on back to the field.
And so I get to do a heroic action as well, and I'm going to do the same thing, that heroic leadership.
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll a die. Let's see if I get a command point. It's temporary, but
you have one
I
now.
have one.
And now I get to do my spell casting. Mm-hmm. And so I am going to cast a Mystic Shield again on my Hobgrots because the last one expired. And I'll tell you right now, I'm planning on running them in to try and do some damage, and I want to protect them.
Uh-oh.
So I'm going to roll 2d6, and if I get a 5 or higher, the spell is successfully cast. And I do, thank goodness. So they now have a Mystic Shield on them, which will give them a +1 to their save rolls until my next hero phase.
Nice.
Now, it's my movement phase. And I want to get my Swamp Collar Shaman over here to be closer to my Gut Rippas because I'm hoping to maybe give them some like potions at some point. Mm-hmm. So I don't think my base movement of 5 inches is going to get me as far as I want to go. So I think I'm going to run.
Oh, okay. That means you won't be able to shoot or charge.
Right, with that unit.
Yeah.
And I think that's the sacrifice I'm willing to make at this point.
That's fair.
So I'm going to roll 1 die, and we're going to add whatever the value of that is to my 5 inches. So hopefully I roll well. Mm-hmm. 4. Okay, so I can move 9,
Really good.
which is great. I'm going to move them right there, and then my pot grot goes right next to them. These guys are going to move on in. They're going to move. They want to be 3 inches away, so they're going to move up to 4 inches here, so they can stay 3 inches away because they're about 7 inches. So, okay. So that's their movement, and then, you know what? They're not going to move because I can just charge with them. So I'm not going to move my Hobgrots.
Okay.
So now we go to the shoot phase. My Hobgrots can shoot, and they're going to chuck some grenades at your Lord Imperatant.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So I can do 1 grenade attack for each unit.
You know what? I'm going to use the distinguished leader. That doesn't matter. I'm going to spend a temporary command point. Let's say I spent it to do the all-out defense. So I can add 1 to my save roll.
Okay, and I have 7 figures in this unit, so I will do 7 grenade attacks.
Okay.
And that's 7 dice. Okay, so I need to hit on a 4 or better.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, so that's
So
3.
3 hits.
Okay.
3 or better to wound.
Let's see.
Only 1.
1. Okay,
These
but
grenades are not great.
I get to attempt to save. I need to roll a 3 or better. But
Now I have a minus
+1.
1 rend
So I need to roll 4 or better. But I get to add +1.
to all your dice rolls. Mm-hmm. So basically a 3 or
Basically
better.
a 3.
We're basically at break even here.
Let's see.
Yeah, you did
well.
it. You did it.
First 6 of the game.
Hobgrots, get better grenades.
That's a shoot phase.
And now the charge phase.
Uh-oh.
So let's start with the gut rippas. They are 4 inches away, so I need to roll a 4 or better to be able to charge them in. Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I do. So they can all move, I'm pretty sure,
Yeah,
8
pretty
inches
sure.
pretty easily. So we're just gonna
Mosey in.
get them on in there.
Yeah, you can pretty much go all around.
Yeah, I think he's within range. Okay, so there's that charge. Now I'm going to try and charge in with my hobgrots as well.
Oh,
they
no.
need to go, let's see, whoa. I got excited. 5 inches
Yeah, about.
to be able to get into charge range. So, ooh, that
Oh.
is just 5.
So you're going to have to measure out that back one, looks like.
Yeah, the back ones are going to be tricky. So this one will come here. This one will come here. This one will come here. Yeah, not all of these may be in exact range. Okay. So we have charged. Now it's combat.
Oh, good.
I don't think my gut rippas need to pile in. Mm-hmm. And I think we're going to start with them. So my gut rippas will be, I think, splitting their attacks between 2 units. I think I'll do half my attacks against this unit, half against this unit, and I'm going to issue a command with the champion here. No, my Swamp Kala Shaman continually... Oh no, I can do this. 12 inches away. My Swamp Kala Shaman will issue their temporary command to give them an all-out attack.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
Is this the end? So soon.
Well, we don't know yet. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 19 still. So I'm going to do, I'll do 10 of the attacks against your Vindictors.
My Vindictors.
And 9 of them against your Lord and Puritan. So we'll roll them separately. So, and this is an all-out attack because I spent the command point, which means I just need to hit on a 3 or better.
But I can spend a command point.
You can.
Because I have my general. I cannot forget about my general. So I'm going to spend a command point to do all-out defense. It's just
Right.
adding 1 to my save roll.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck.
6s.
Oh. Wow.
I cannot. The
4.
6s I have been rolling tonight, Monique, are insane. Okay. These have venom encrusted weapons, so these are mortal wounds.
Okay.
So that's 4 wounds.
That's going to be 2 of my
And
Vindictors.
then, yeah, so this one, even though I'm adding 1 to my rolls, this one doesn't count as a 6 that gives a mortal wound because that is only on unmodified die rolls. So these still are just hits. So we will roll those and see if
Okay.
they wound. And
Wow.
they do because I needed a 4 or better. So
Ooh.
see if you can save against those.
It's going to be a 3rd Vindictor if I can't save. But I do get a +1.
Yes, you
to
only
my
need to roll
save.
what, a 2 or better?
I would be, yes. 2 is,
Yeah.
2 is good. Please
Surely
don't
you can do that.
move, Guys, please. Okay. Yeah.
So
Save
you
both.
take 4 wounds.
That removes 2 of my Vindictors. Well, I cannot get rid of my general or my champion model.
don't want to do that.
So I'm probably just going to remove the 2 that are closest to the battle here. Oh, but if I do, I won't be able to fight back.
Yeah, what's your range? 2
My-
inches.
2 inches. You know what?
You'll still be in range with these.
Not this one over here in the corner. So I might as well remove this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one. And then I'll just remove this one.
Yeah.
Whoops. Ah,
Now, we're
that's
not
two.
done with this unit yet. I need to roll my 9 against this.
Oh.
And then you can fight back. So, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Again, it's an all-out attack, so I need to roll 3s to hit. So, this was an all-out. Add 1 to your hit rolls, which means a 3 or better.
Wow.
So I do 2 venom-encrusted mortal wounds.
Woo!
And then I rolled 5 hits. So let's see if these wound. 4s or better. Okay, 2 wounds.
2, and you are attacking which unit?
This is going against your Puritan.
My hero!
Can you save?
Well, you have a rend characteristic?
No.
No, okay.
No, so it's just your regular old save.
All right, I have to roll a 3.
Probably.
Oh, wow. I still take a wound.
So 1 damage, but these 2, so 3 total.
Wow. So I have 4 now. Not looking good there, my hero.
Now you can attack back with either of these units. And you could, if you want. You don't. This unit could attack this one, even though they haven't gone yet.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to attack.
Yeah, it's probably smart because they haven't gone. Mm-hmm. You might be able to make my attack on you with them weaker.
I could also do a command ability. Mm-hmm. Because of my distinguished leader, I don't even have to spend a command point to do an all-out attack.
Yeah.
So I am going to add 1 to my hit rolls.
Ooh, so you'll hit on 2s or better.
Okay, this is my first melee attack, I think, with my hero. So I'm going to be hitting them with my Blessed Warhammer. That's 4 attacks.
Yeah.
It's nice.
3 or better.
3 or better. Let's go. Oh, and it looks like I do not have the ability that allows me to deal mortal wounds on 6s.
Not with the Lord Imperatant.
What a
Not
waste.
with that Blessed Warhammer. How blessed is it?
What a waste of a 3-6 roll. The one time.
But you do get to see if you wound on all of these hits.
Yes. Let's see. So it's still 3 or higher.
Gosh, these will do 2 damage.
It's going to be great. Yes. So you get to see if you sit. I do have a rend characteristic of -1, just in case you are wondering.
So that would make my save a 7, but I add 1 to all my save rolls because of the Mystic Shield I put on the Hobgrot. So I need to roll 6s. Otherwise, 4 Hobgrots die.
And what's their... Oh, 4? Oh,
They take 1 damage, and they go. Boy, they haven't even gone yet.
Finally! Paula doesn't roll a 6.
Oh, no. Okay. So 4 go away. 1, 2,
Coming up
3,
Eternals?
4. Yeah. Oh, boy.
Nice.
That hurts. That does hurt. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to start their combat now. And they will pile in so that these can get closer. Let me clear the dice tray here. And yeah, so they can come just in. They've got room to just do and pile in. Just like that. There's only 5 left now, so they just need to be within 1 inch of one other.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Can this one reach with your weapon?
Ooh, good question. Or maybe I need to pile him in somewhere slightly different. It's only a 1 inch. Ooh. A lot of them need. Ooh. No. Okay. So hold on. Let me recalculate.
Yeah, you pretty much have to be like right up against.
So they were like back here, and they were like that, I think. Okay. So I need, if he was back here, and then that's 3 inches right there.
Yeah.
We're going to say yes. It's a friendly game. We're not going to nitpick too much, I don't think. Okay.
Wow, you are next to all of the objectives.
Now, is this one still, though? I still might not be able to attack with all of them. This one is still not in. Mm-hmm. This one's not in range, and I don't know. I mean, I guess. I'm not sure. I'm not confident in my measuring ability, so we'll say this one was able to move in, but this one wasn't.
Okay.
Maybe I'm not giving myself enough there. And hey, in the comments below, if you feel like that would have worked, let us know. I mean, we're learning the game.
Yeah.
And if you are learning the game along with us, then look in the comments, and we'll see if there's anyone who knows the game really well who can maybe tell us Could I have
Just
justified
that
that
legal.
move? Or was I right to be like, I don't know, it's feeling a little
Little
bit
iffy.
on the edge there. So, okay.
It's a little
so
far.
then I will attack with 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 is with my champion. So
Okay.
they will get to roll an additional die. So these are their Solida knives. So I'll roll 2 attacks for each of them. So that's 8 plus 1 for extra for my champion, which is 9.
Yeah.
They will hit on a 4 or better.
Okay.
Any 6s, they are stab them good. So any 6s will count as 2 hits. But those still make wound and save rolls.
Okay.
So I roll 9 dice. 9 dice. Oh, that was so bad.
What did
All
you
the
need?
dice luck is a run out. 4s, I did 1. So this counts as 2 hits.
That counts as 2 hits?
Because it's a 6, and they have stab 'em good. An unmodified hit roll for an attack made with a Solida knives is 6. That attack scores 2 hits on the target instead of 1.
Okay.
We still need to make wound and save rolls, so
Okay.
I'll roll these 2 for wounding.
Okay.
That's terrible. Okay, that is 1 wound.
Okay.
But you get to save.
I get to save. So,
and your
let's
save
see.
is what, a 3?
It's a 3. That's not bad.
Yep, you sure did it. You sure did it. That feels more right based on our past games, right? That feels more like the
Are the dice tides turning, Paula?
I hope not. I feel like victory is within my grasp. Okay, and now I think your Vindictors get to go, right?
They do. I don't think they haven't gone yet.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they have to attack this unit over here. Mm-hmm. And let's see. They're attacking with a storm spear that has a range of 2 inches. Before I attack, I'm going to pile in with these 2 models just so I can get within range for my weapon. So I think you're pretty much within 3 there. So I'm just going to scoot them in.
I'm so worried now that all of my good luck is gone. I got really confident and now I'm afraid.
Hello.
I'm afraid.
So these are my Vindictors. They're survivors.
They've been vindictive. What?
Yeah.
No.
No. They attack for 2 each. So, and I do still have my champion model. This one right here.
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to be 2, 4, 6, 7.
Okay.
Yeah. So may I have 4 dice, please?
Ooh, yep, you can.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And to hit is just 3 or higher. That's not too bad. Let's see. Okay. Hey. That is all but 1. That's okay.
Okay, but they still have to wound.
They still have to wound. And my Vindictors have Storm Soul Arsenal. They deal mortal wounds on 6.
Oh, no. It's coming back to bite me.
Yeah, I rolled 2 of them. So these are going to be mortal wounds. I'm going to put them off to the side here.
So that's 1 gut ripper auto dead.
So let's see if we wound for these 4. 3 or higher. Please. Okay.
2.
So, yeah, 2.
Okay,
So you can
now
make,
I will try to save.
Yep, my rend
And-
characteristics -1.
Okay, so I need to roll 6s.
You have to roll 6s, yes. Let's
You
see
know
if,
me.
that 6 luck is back.
I think it's over. I think it's gone. It's a 6, so 2 gut rippers fall victim. So we'll just take these 2 away.
Okay. You did well.
Oh,
I don't know why I'm praising the enemy here, but... well, that's that. I think all of the units went.
Yeah, they have.
So we are going to have a
Now it's battle shock.
battle shock.
Well, here's what I'm going to do. I have command points. And you know what? My general from this unit is going to issue 1 command point so that they don't have to take their battle shock test.
Okay.
Oh, hi. So, I should not have issued Inspiring Presence twice just then. I thought it was okay because you're allowed to issue more than 1 command in the same phase as long as it's a new unit issuing and a new unit receiving the command.
Oh, yeah.
Which is the case here, but you also can't issue the same command twice in 1 phase, no matter who is issuing or receiving. So I should have rolled a battle shock test just then. I'm sorry, Monique.
Well, now we know.
I sure do. Then my champion here can issue a command. So I'm going to spend that command point to have Inspiring Presence again, and they don't have to do their battle shock test.
Okay. I mean, those combat points. Very useful.
Because I'm not brave and they will run away. You've seen it in the previous battle plan tutorials.
Yeah, they're fleers.
They will run away. They are cowards.
Well, that is the end of that.
That's the
that
end
turn,
of
right?
battle round 2.
Yes. So we have one more before we have to make a die roll to see if the game will end.
That's right.
And the way that it stands right now, Paula is in major control here over those objectives.
That's a good point.
So-
But anything could happen in this next round, so...
I think I really have only one choice, and it's to go for the kill, Paula.
Woof. All right, should we roll for priority?
Yes. Would you like to roll first?
Oh, sure. A 4.
4? Okay. I don't know where that's going to fall. Let's see. A 3. So you get to decide.
Choose to go first.
You can go first this
I
time?
think so, yeah. Because
Okay.
I want to try and take you out before you can take me out.
Well,
if
you get
possible.
1 combat point.
That's true.
I get 2.
Okay.
So now I have a lot of them.
Now, my swamp... I have not done a great job of getting my swamp Kala shaman in range to, like...
They're really far from
do
the action.
much. All right. So now it is the start of the hero phase.
Mm-hmm.
So we each get a command point.
Yeah, that's right.
So now it's heroic actions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to do heroic leadership again. I really want to be able to bring back.
I have a lot of combat points.
I want to be able to spend a combat point to rally, but they're not away. They have to be 3 inches away. The whole unit has to be wholly within 12 inches, and I just have kept my shaman too far away from the action.
Ah.
So,
Yeah,
because
that's a shame.
that's limiting some of my choices here. So that's the thing I'm learning in this tutorial battle plan is I should next time get them in a little closer so they can do
Yeah.
more of their abilities. So for now, I'm gonna do heroic leadership and hope to just get them an extra command point that they might be able to spend at some point in the turn if I can get them a little closer. So
fair.
if I roll a 4 or higher, I'll get that temporary command point for the hero. Okay, I do.
Yeah.
So I will put that on their war
Yeah.
scroll so that I remember it. And what heroic action would you like to take?
I think I'm going to try to heal. I mean, that makes sense,
yeah.
right? Mm-hmm. So I get to roll 2d6s, and it's that thing where I need to roll less than 9. Less than or equal to. Let's see if I can do it this time. Last time I rolled really high. Let's see. Oh!
Well, you did.
I did.
You
I
did.
actually rolled less than 9, which means I can heal for... I have to roll a die, 1 die, and then I divide that number essentially by 2. And that's how much I can heal by. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping to roll a 5 or a 6, really.
That would be good for you.
That would be ideal. Okay.
So you heal,
So I heal for
1
1. 1 is better than nothing.
That's true.
Yeah. So now I have, what is this, 3? I have 3 wounds on my hero
3
there.
out of 7.
Out of 7.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, now it's spell time. Mm-hmm. I can do Arcane Bolt, Monique. No, I think I've been wrong on this time. Okay, so my spell has a casting value of 5 and a range of 12, but first I cast it. Then, at the start of any one phase before my next hero phase, I pick one enemy unit within range, visible to the caster. So I can cast it, hold on to the spell, and then after I've moved in closer, I could unleash it.
Oh.
So I could have been doing it all this time, I think. So I will do that. So it's
Okay.
a casting value of 5. Okay, so I
Nice.
cast it. Now, at the start of any phase before my next hero phase, I can unleash it, but the enemy unit I unleash it on has to be within 12 inches and visible to me.
Yeah.
So, we'll keep that in mind.
Keep that in mind.
Okay,
Your
so
shaman
that's-
just got, like, much more useful.
The pot grot just tugged on his cloak and was like, "Excuse me, you could be casting that." Okay, so that's the spell casting.
Here, if you want to remember. that
Oh
you
yeah,
have
we'll
this
put
spell.
that here. Yes, don't
Yeah.
forget the
Don't
spell.
forget.
Perfect.
The potgrot is the brains of the
Pot
operation.
grot's the brains of the operation.
Speaking of potgrot, I just remembered I have a companion.
You have a Griphound who should have
This whole
attacked.
time. My Griphound's vicious. Vicious
forget
beak
that
and claws.
companion.
Oh my gosh, I don't know how many combat phases. Well, I know that definitely in the last
You should have
combat
attacked
phase.
with them
Yeah.
after you did the Warhammer
I
attack.
should have.
I think that you should now.
Are you
It's-
sure?
Yeah, because
It's not like a snooze you lose moment.
well, I guess the only thing that would happen is if you took one out, then I would have attacked with less. But that's just the penalty that you will suffer for not remembering in the moment. How
I
about
think
that?
that's fair.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
So why
that's
don't you
more than
attack
fair.
now?
Okay.
But we aren't going to redo any of my attacks even if you kill someone.
Okay, so it's the same thing. It's three or greater to hit. Let's see what we can do. That's 2.
2 of them. Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is a vicious.
Vicious beak and claw attack. So vicious.
Griphound. All right, let's see. 3s.
Oh, a 4 plus 2 wound, right?
Oh,
so
it's
that's
a 4.
1.
4 plus 2 wound.
Okay, so 1 wound.
Yes.
Okay, so I will try to save against this.
Yes, 4 plus 2 wound.
So I need to roll a 6. Mm-hmm. But I will add 1 because the shield was up at the time. I'll add 1 to that.
Okay.
So that's 3. So I would have taken 1 wound and lost 1 figure.
These ones have
They only have 1
Okay.
damage before they die. So we will remove this one. And I kind of come out on top there because I got to attack with that
With an
one
extra
anyway.
one.
Okay, but back to our present moment in the game.
Yes, we had a little Griphound interruption there.
He went, "Arr, arr, arr."
Yeah. Hello.
Pay attention to me. We're like, what? We already fed you. And he's like, no, no, no. It's time for me to attack.
Yes. It's fair.
So it's my movement phase. Mm-hmm. So I am going to run with my Swamp Kala Shaman.
Okay, I'm trying to imagine what that would look like on the battlefield.
And I'm just trying to see here. Where can I, or is it better to move and then try to charge my way in? No, I'm going to run. And what I'm going to do actually is spend a command point. Mm-hmm. I'll spend my temporary command point from my hero to say at the double. So this means that I will not make a run roll for the unit. I will just add 6 to my movement. Ooh, so I can move 11. Okay, so I'm gonna move with my Swamp Kala Shaman. And you know what? I think I'm just gonna move my normal amount, my 5 inches. I think that's actually gonna put me in range and visible in line of sight with your Lord Imperatant. If I come right here, I think... And they say, like, so I'm going to move them and then we'll check.
Okay.
Because they say if you're not sure if something's visible, get down on that model's level and check.
Yeah. Oh, are you going to do that?
Oh, boy.
Oh, okay.
Knock all the cameras.
Here we go.
I say yes.
Are you talking about my hero?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
think
this
so.
is a line of sight
For
from
sure.
there to there. So we're going to skip the charge phase because we're all in there. And I'm going to leave my Swamp Kala Shaman. I think where... Oh, do I want to charge him in? Oh, no. Let's charge. We're going to charge with my Swamp Kala Shaman. Okay. So to get within half an inch, I need to roll a 6, it looks like. So let's see.
Good luck.
Oh, 5. So I can't charge. So they're going to stay where they are. Okay. So no charge for the shaman. So at the start of this phase, my shaman will now unleash that arcane bolt that they've had built up.
Oh my god, you remembered.
I remembered.
I was hoping that you would just forget.
Shouldn't have given me the memory tool.
I know. What was I thinking?
So I am 12 inches away.
That's going to deal a mortal wound,
I
right?
pick one enemy unit within range, invisible, and the unit suffers 1 mortal wound. Now, if I was in within 3 inches, which is why I wanted to charge, I do D3 mortal wounds, but I'm not. So I will do 1 mortal wound to your Lord Imperator.
The one that I was able to heal
Back again.
is back.
Okay, now,
Who are we going to fight with first?
I think my Hobgrots, because I think they'll just die when you attack them. So I want to get some hits in before you kill them all. Oh!
What happened?
I skipped the shoot phase, Monique.
Oh, yeah.
So I
yeah,
could
you
have
did.
shot with my Hobgrots before the movement phase.
You want to take backsy?
Do you mind?
I think it's...
I gave you one.
Yeah, it's only fair.
Then
for
we'll
the whole,
be even.
The Griphound fiasco.
Remember earlier when we were like, no retcons, this is how you learn. And now we're like, let me retcon that.
Yeah, that's fine. Nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed.
I literally wouldn't have been affected by any of this, so
So
go for it.
Instead, I will do 4. We'll just do a quick shoot phase.
Yeah.
4 attacks, throwing scrap grenades at the Lord Imperatant. I need a 4 or better to hit.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So if that's 3 hits, a 3 or better to wound. Oh, that is
Wow.
3 wounds with a -1 rend. Do you regret letting me
Woo!
do this now? You can save though.
No, I regret not spending a combat point. Gosh, gotta remember that there are combat abilities on this reference sheet. You have
Gotta
to
remember your
things.
reference sheets. Learn from us, everyone.
Yes. Okay. Well, what can you do? I have a 3 or higher save. That's gotta be a 4 then, because of your rend characteristic.
Oh yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I hope. Oh, come on. Oh
So 1.
my gosh, I am almost a goner. So I'm clinging. I'm clinging to life here.
Ooh.
My hero. It's a good thing that the rule isn't if if you lose your hero, then
Only if you had
lose.
made your hero. Yeah, right. Kill the hero, everyone else runs away.
Yeah. Now we're in combat.
Now we're in combat.
Okay.
Yeah, so now I roll
I hope you're following
9
along.
dice
9 dice?
for my slit of knives attack.
Oh no!
Because this is what made me remember I hadn't done a grenade attack.
Wait.
Do you want to spend a command point?
Yes, I'm going to spend a
Okay.
command point. Definitely. I'm going to
I
spend.
should too, really.
I'm going to do my distinguished leader.
Okay.
So I don't have to spend a command point. I can just do a command for my hero, and it's going to be an all-out defense. So just add 1 to save rolls for attacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
4s are better.
Okay. Oh, 2
Only 2.
out of
That's
9
not
dice.
great.
Yeah, you're
Yeah, I used up all my good rolls.
you did.
And now I need a 5 or better to wound. So it's not great. No. So I do not wound at all.
Oh, good.
So you're okay. You're safe.
I did waste that combat. Well, no, I didn't spend a combat point. It's fine.
Yeah, it was your free one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it's until the end of the phase. So
Yeah.
if you try to attack me again, just remember.
I will.
So now it's to me.
Yeah, you get to choose one of these units.
I'm definitely gonna go after these the Hobgrat Slitters. Although
Congrats.
they're done attacking.
Yeah, they are. For
So
this
I
turn.
really should be attacking these.
My gut rippers.
Gut rippers. I'm gonna attack your gut rippers.
Okay.
With my Vindictors. Because I can roll 7 dice here.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
We're going to try to weaken them a little bit because I have a feeling my hero is going to go bye-bye. May I borrow a die, please?
Yes, you can. I'm hoarding them over here, so yes.
Thank you. And I can spend a command point because my general is in that unit.
Yeah.
So I will, and I'm going to do an all-out attack.
Yeah, I somehow
So-
knew you would.
1 to my hit rolls.
Oh, good. So you're going to hit on 2s?
Yes, I'm going to hit on 2s.
Good.
So
Good. It's fine. It's fine. I don't mind. I don't care. It's fine.
there we go. That's everything. Well. Oh, wait, hold on.
Do the 6s
I rolled
do?
2 6s.
Oh, no.
Yes. I deal 2 mortal wounds because of my Storm Soul arsenal. So
And wait, how much damage does each hit?
just one damage for the Vindictors.
Okay, so one will die.
1 will die.
One will die,
And then we'll
guaranteed.
see if more will die. I need 2 wounds, 3 or above. So all 3s.
You
No,
only add to
that's
the
the hit
attacks,
rolls
not to
now.
not to the wounds. Thank goodness.
That would have been fantastic if
Okay.
it affected that.
So I'm going to try and save. I need to roll. You have a -1 rend,
Yes.
so I need to roll a 6.
Okay.
Sure didn't. Okay, so I'm going to take 3 wounds. 2 of them will kill someone,
Yeah.
and so we're going to have this one go away.
Okay.
And then 1 wound, thank you, to this one back here.
Okay.
Okay, now they
They're
will
gonna
attack. So I still have my champion here. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13 dice
Oh wow.
for attacks.
Okay.
And we are within, I haven't moved, so I think we are good within 2 inches of everyone, yeah.
Okay.
So 13 dice, and I'm going to spend a command point using my champion to do an all-out attack myself. So I will add 1 to all my hit dice. So I will need to roll just 3s to hit.
3s. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
just
you.
need 6
Thank
more.
you. Thank you.
And they
thank
do
you,
1
thank you.
damage each.
Yeah.
Okay.
13. Okay.
Good luck. Ooh. Do you deal mortal wounds?
Yeah, because they've got the venom encrusted.
Oh, it's them. They're the venom in.
Yeah.
Ah.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's a lot.
Everything's coming back up, cruel boys. So all of these hit because I did that all out attack.
So let's see how many of those wounds. So that's definitely 2. These are 2 Vindictors. Oh, I'm at the end here.
Okay, so let's see. I need to roll 4s or better to wound.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, but you can save. So try and save against those. So that's
Okay.
5 wounds you need to save from.
I need to roll 3s. 5 wounds.
You probably can.
My Vindictors might be. This might be the end of their days. Let's see. 1.
So you take 1 wound. So
How's that?
total of 5 wounds. How much do they take? But just 2?
2.
Ooh.
They're not my breeders. Ah, okay, so that's going to be 2 of them out. Oh no, my general, my general. I won't be collecting command points during the hero phase if I get rid of
If you
my.
kill your general, yeah.
My
You have so
standard
many
bearer.
command points. Maybe it's worth. I don't know what's
Yeah.
worth it, Monique. I
It's
don't know
worth
what
it.
to do.
General is going to go. I'm going to remove these 2. Oh, sad. That is so sad.
Goodbye, sir. Good work. And then 1 wound.
I would salute you if
Here?
you weren't currently being
No, it was
reforged.
5. Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
2 and 2 and then the leftover.
And then 1 wound.
So I think you get to attack now with your Lord and Puritan?
Yes.
And your Griphound.
And my Griphound.
You won't forget this
I
time.
forget that. I'm going to start with the Griphound since
Okay.
we forgot the Griphound
Give
last
him a
time.
little attention.
And
Goodbye, Hobgrot.
the Hobguts. So, thank you. Vicious beak and claws.
First, I spend a command point using this champion to give them all-out defense, which will give me a slight chance of saving.
Of the saving. Okay. All right. So here we go. We need 3 to hit with this vicious beak and claws. Oh wow, Griphound, what happened?
He's just a little pup.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1.
He's bitter because we forgot him last time.
Yeah. He's like,
I
fine.
know. Well, I'm not going to actually attack. So, see if you wound. Nope. I still love you, Griphound.
He's still pretty cute.
Yeah. All right.
Right.
So then let's attack with my blessed warhammer and 4 dice.
4 dice?
Please. Thank you. All right. So 3 or above. Here we go.
That's a little more like it.
That'll do it.
So that's 4 hits.
That's 4 hits. See the wound. Same thing.
Low. Oh!
Wow. That's not bad.
That'll kill all of them if I can't save.
Yeah, I just want to kindly remind you that I have a rend characteristic of -1, and also each. I don't know if we'd been keeping track of this, so I apologize if we did not. But each of my hits deal 2 damage for my Lord Imperaton. I feel like we didn't do that earlier, but we're gonna do it now.
Oh gosh.
When it
So
really
a lot
counts.
more should have died already.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
But they might die now.
They
so.
probably will. Okay, so I need to roll 6s.
You need to at least, if you don't
It's
roll
over.
3 6s, then they're all out.
I rolled 1 6. So that's 2, 4, 6 wounds. And that's, they all
That's
died.
all of them.
There goes my general. Because my general was my noisemaker.
Oh, that's good. We have
The
just
generals have fallen.
leveled the playing
Yeah,
field
so
here.
I think that's the end of my turn.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta do Battle Shock.
The Battle
but
Shock.
Probably spend command points
Yeah.
to avoid it,
I'm
to
gonna
be
spend a
honest.
command point.
I'm going to spend a command point to avoid. So we're going to have Inspiring Presence. Forget that Battle Shock phase.
We're not doing Battle Shock.
Forget it.
This whole game, basically. So you went first.
Yeah,
Which means it's back to
your
me.
turn.
Okay.
So it's the hero phase now. So we get a command point.
Do we?
You're right, Monique. We don't have generals anymore, so we don't get this command point.
Yeah, it was good while it lasted.
It sure was. I got so used to it.
How many command points do you have left, Paula?
2.
Oh, good.
I have 2.
I have
Oh, you have 4.
4.
Okay, this is fine. It's fine. It's fine.
But I do get to do a heroic action, and it is the start of my hero phase. This is the first time I'm doing this. I'm going to rally with this champion, and so I have to spend a command point, and I'm going to roll. Actually, I can't.
Far away,
It's-
3 inches from all enemies.
What a shame. Well, then I'm going to do my heroic recovery then. It has to be my hero. So this is my heroic action. And I'm going to roll 2d6s to hopefully try to heal some of my wounds on my hero. Let's see. That's great.
Definitely, yeah.
Because, yeah, it has to be less than 9. So now I roll 1 die. And
See
then,
how many you heal.
Yeah, hopefully a 6. Okay.
Well, 1 is still, again, like we said before,
Yeah.
it's better than nothing.
Better than nothing.
For my heroic action, I'm going to do their finest hour.
What?
It's the only time you can do it once in the game.
Oh, yeah.
This hero is going to do their finest hour. I will add 1 to wound rolls for attacks, and I will add 1 to save rolls to attacks that target this unit.
Good timing, Paula.
And that's the only time I can do it for the game. Because this might be the end, depending on what happens when we roll the dice to see if the game ends at the end of this round.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use it. And if we had multiple heroes in the game, you can do it once per hero, but we have each had just 1 hero in this game. So.
Yeah. And I'm not going to move. I'm just going to go straight to my shoot phase because
Okay.
if the game is potentially ending, I think I'm in a good position here, assuming my hero survives. The fact that Paula used that heroic action on her hero means this is probably a figure I'm going to want to stay away from. So I'm going to shoot these guys with my Stormcaller baton.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll this d6 first to see
See how many attacks you get?
how many attacks. But is this a good opportunity to do a command? Because it's a new phase.
Yeah, it's your shoot phase. You can do a command and do an all-out attack here.
Yeah. Add 1 to hit. I'm going to do it.
Spend that command point.
Yeah, if the game's ending, I'm spending that.
Potentially.
So, yeah, potentially. All out attack. Here we go. Let's find out how many first. 3. Okay. So I can roll 3 dice. And
Pretty good.
I have to roll 3 or above. Although my all out attack.
2s or above.
2s are
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yep.
Okay. That's 3 hits. So let's see if we can wound. I want to roll 3s now because that all out attack is not in effect anymore. Okay. That is 2 wounds. So Paula, I have a rend characteristic of -1, just a reminder. So you pretty much have to roll.
I have to roll 6s.
Yeah, because what is it to save right now?
5. For my gut rippers, it's 5.
Okay, yeah, you have to
For
roll
the hop
6s.
grots, it's 6. Yeah. So.
I would really like to take out 1 more. Yes!
And how much damage does that do for just 1? So that'll do
just 1.
2 damage, so that will kill 1. So I'll
Yeah, that one
remove
definitely.
This one.
And then this wound can get assigned to
Oh,
somebody
you're
else.
right. Oh, I forgot this one had a wound. Okay, this one.
Okay.
All right. Good keeping me honest.
So now is the charge phase, and I am definitely going to charge. Make sure that I'm still going to be within 6 inches. Oops. Of
Of the objective. Here, I'll move
objective.
that so it's easier for you to see.
now where that is. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah,
I
I
think if
think
I can.
so.
Yeah. Okay. Small note. So I was already within 3 inches of that unit, and you can't charge if you're already within 3 inches. So I should have used my pile-in action during the combat phase to get in close there, not my charge during the charge phase. Whoops. Let's charge. So I'm going to go and roll these 2 dice and see how far I can go, although I don't really need to go very far, so 5 inches.
I think that if you're coming over for my gut rippers, I think you can make it.
I'm coming. I'm definitely coming over. So I'm just going to move, I'm just going to move in, right? Let's turn this one around. Just going straight there.
Yeah, get that Griphound in.
Yeah, because this figure cannot attack me anymore, right?
This is my heroic thing, but because it's your turn and I'm far away, I won't be able to use it. Thwarted, Monique! I wanted you to come in toward me, but I'm not going to be able to use my heroic stance.
Because you have to be how far?
I have to be in combat to do it, and I can't because I can't shoot or do spells when it's not my turn. And I honestly was hoping that you would like move in to try and take me down, and you haven't.
Well, I figured let's just leave. Let's leave.
So my
the
their
shaman.
finest hour,
Yeah.
I don't get to do. Sad.
That's great.
You got me there. You basically called my bluff in a way. Yeah.
That's awesome. So I charged. Now let's go into combat.
Okay.
I am definitely going to spend a command point to go all out attack.
I'm spending a command point from my champion here to have an all-out defense.
No.
Yes.
Fine. Okay. And I'm spending that with who is Polly gonna attack first?
So this one needs 2 more damage, and this one needs 1 or 2.
1 more.
1 more damage.
Yeah, it's a Vindictor. So I'm going to say that I'm doing it with this one.
Okay.
Because my Vindictor's gonna attack first.
Okay.
Because I might lose the Vindictor.
Yeah.
So that is their all-out attack. Okay. So because my Vindictor, who I chose to leave on the battlefield, is my champion unit, I can roll 3 dice, please. And I need two or higher. That's it.
That's it.
Let's see. Okay.
Ooh, you do it for 2.
I do it for 2. And then let's see if I can do some wounds. So, just 1, because it was 3 or higher.
Wound. Okay, so I will try to save. You have a rend.
Yep.
So I need to roll a 6. No, so that is 1 wound, which will take out this one.
That one.
Oh, wait, I did an all-out defense. That wouldn't have helped. That wasn't. I didn't roll a 5. So, yep.
So, it was good. Good.
Oh, well.
One
Okay,
down.
but now it's me.
Yes.
And since you've already attacked with this one this turn, I'm gonna try and go after... Can I... Well, here's the thing. Can I do this? So I would need to pile in on your Lord Imperatant.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't think they could get in, even on with their 3 movement.
Oh, yeah, they're far.
I think they'll be just out of range. Mm-hmm. So I could split the attack and just hope to get lucky. In a moment of desperation, these 3 will attack your Vindictor, and this one, the only one who's in range, will take their attack and will attack your Lord Imperator and cross their fingers that they roll a 6.
Okay. So who's first?
Let's start with these 3.
Okay, how many dice do you get to roll?
So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
6, 7. And they need to roll 4s or better.
Good luck.
They rolled. So
Wow.
here's 3 mortal wounds. I don't think technically I even need to roll those.
I don't think so, because this only needs 1 more wound.
And I'm gonna do 3.
Yeah. But before you attack my hero, am I allowed to spend my command point?
When I name the unit I'm attacking, you could do it. So I think you could have said, when I said, I'm going to split my attack, so you could be like, okay, they're going to spend a command point on themselves to give themselves an all-out defense.
Okay.
Because you haven't already given them an all-out attack this turn, right?
No, I haven't.
Yes, you could do that, yeah.
I'm not going to do it.
You did the all-out attack.
I'm not going to do it, actually. Because they're still going to attack.
You might want to get them. I see, okay. So
well,
now...
That's the end of my champion unit. My champion model. Great.
Just 2 dice against the Lord Imperator, and
yes.
I'm really hoping to roll 6s.
No! Oh!
They don't even hit. So you got real scared. The dog was like, ah, and he was like, woo, and he missed. So that was a massive failure.
Well,
so now you get to...
I'm going to spend the command point, like I said I would, to do the all-out attack.
All right, and my all-out defense is still up because it goes till the end of the phase. Mm-hmm. So
let's start with the Griphound, because I'm a fan of the Griphound.
Oh.
I've been forgetting the Griphound the entire game. May I have 2 more dice, please?
No.
I get to roll 4, and...
This game, man.
It's real close.
It is close.
I'm down to my hero.
I really thought I was going to, totally destroy you, and then it really swung back a little.
It's pretty great. And I believe that the all-out attack counts for the Griphound as well.
Yeah.
Because it's 1,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think so.
So here we go. We need to roll 2s. So that is 3. Let's see if we can wound. Wounds are a little bit harder. The Griphound. Okay, that's 2. So you can save.
So I will
no rend
roll
characteristic.
Okay. So because I have my all-out defense, that means that my normal save would be 5 because of all-out defense. I actually can get away with rolling 4s.
Yeah, that's true.
For once.
For once.
So 4s are better.
Wow.
I defend against both.
That's really bad for me.
Say, get out of here, dog. You distracted us a second ago. But not, excuse me, hound. But not.
So all I have left is my hero. Okay.
So you do 4 attacks.
I do 4 attack with my Blessed Warhammer.
And this will do 2 damage for each of its wounds.
I only have to roll, yes. We need to remember that in this final act potentially, because they
We'll see. We'll see what's left.
We'll see what's left. So I need to roll 2s. Let's go. Hey,
I think you did it.
let's see if we wound. Too bad I can't deal any mortal wounds there.
Yeah.
So I need 3s. That's 3. 3. That's 3 wounds. So you can save. I have a Ren characteristic of -1.
Okay, so I need to roll. So it would be 6s, but I get a +1, so it's 5s or 6s. Okay, 5s or 6s.
Oh, that is 6. They each. Oh, wow. Paula, you're gonna lose 3 figures. Do you have
This
any?
one's probably gonna run away in battle shot.
Do you have anything else in your tool belt?
Sure don't. I don't even know how many died this round. So many.
Oh
At
my
least
goodness. That is the end of.
So battle shock, and I'm gonna spend my last command point for this champion to
Stay alive.
stay brave and not run away.
Very good. I don't have to do it, but all of my my figures and my units are gone.
It's the end of the 3rd battle round, which means now we roll a die to see if we keep on going. Because
Yes,
as the
that's
scenario
right.
says, with each side desperate to obtain the potent relics this region hides, it is a race against time to capture them before nightfall and avoid being destroyed in the process. So we're going to see how much the sun has set before nightfall, basically, is what we're rolling for.
Yeah.
On a 3 or higher, the sun sets, it's nightfall, the game ends. Mm-hmm. Wow. I don't even know. We'll have to calculate.
Yeah, we'll have to calculate who.
I'm not sure
took
who might win
objectives
this.
here.
Yeah, or if the game keeps going, then we continue to try to kill each other. So, do you want to roll or do you want me to roll?
Oh, I don't want to roll. I'd be too anxious. So, to be clear, if you roll a 1 or a 2, we keep going. 3 or higher, the game will end. So, good luck. Oh, game
Night
over.
falls. Wait, we're back? But who won?
Well, we're going to go over that right now. So I had control of the bottom left objective at the end of the first round. And because you were never able to take control of it, I kept it for the entire game.
And I had control of the top right objective at the end of the 2nd round and retained control of it the same way.
Yeah, that's true. And so at the end of our 3rd and final round, you have 3 models within 6 inches of the center objective.
Yeah, so technically my Swamp Kala Shaman and Potgrot count as 1 model, but because they have a wounds characteristic greater than 5, they count as 2 control points for objectives, which gives me a total of 3 points for the center objective.
And I have just my Lord Imperaton and Griphound vying for control of the center objective. They also count as 1 model, but have a wounds characteristic greater than 5, meaning I have a total of 2 control points for the center objective.
So that means I win the center objective.
Yeah.
So that, combined with the top right objective that I won earlier, means the cruel boys come out on top. Somehow, I pulled this win out.
All of my Vindictors gone, as well as my Preachers. Wow!
Boo, 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 boo. Thank you so much for going on this journey with us through the 5 tutorial battle plans that come in the Extremis set box for this new edition of Age of Sigmar. We really hope you learned right along with us and feel ready to dive into your own game, maybe even adding in all those special abilities we haven't tried out yet.
Yeah, and hopefully you can see how fun it can be to collect, build, paint, and play with Age of Sigmar, and that you can engage with this hobby in whatever way seems the most appealing to you. Now, if you did enjoy this video, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel.
And turn on notifications so you know when new videos get posted.
And if you're interested in more gameplays, you can watch my partner Naveen and I play games right here on Watch It Played, as well as on our own channel called Before You Play.
Yeah, and I have a solo playthrough series here on Watch It Played called Table for One, so check that out.
And until next time, thanks for watching!
Thanks for watching!